Hello, Anne-Greta here from Oslo, Norway. Greetings, live from my living room at the moment. I love these pictures behind me, and just wanted to say hi to you guys. So, how are you? I have a topic today too, and I will go over to my computer and we will talk about that. This painting here, let's see, here we go. That painting here, that's from my father, by the way, and he died when I was 17 years old. The picture up here, it's from my grandmother. She didn't paint it. My father painted this painting, by the way. He painted it. This I always have loved when I was with my grandmother. And when she died, I was very young still, and they asked me what I wanted, and I said I want this. So there it is, the picture. Okay? So I love these pictures. Okay, let's go over to the computer. Oh, I'm going to show you one more picture that I love. Let's see if I can show it. Up here, let's see if you can see it. That one. The jungle walk. I love it. Okay. Let's go to the computer and talk about how to deal with fear and turn it into love. This is going to be the topic for today. I'm just going to place it here. Okay, there we are. So hi again, I'm Anne-Greta, and the topic is how to deal with fear and turn it into love. Okay? I mean, we have all experienced fear, and that fear can be very many things. A snake, being on an airplane, or even just meeting a dog. And then there is, of course, the fear of being sick, being lied to, hurt. So, before we go any further, I have a few tips for you, hey? Tips to work through your fear and live your life. This is 6 tips that I'm giving you here. And allow yourself to sit with your fear for 2 to 3 minutes at a time. Like, meditate on it if you like. Just sit with it, be with it. And that's okay, you know. Write down the things you are grateful for, because, yeah, we're going to turn it into love, right? Gratitude is on the love side of things, of course. So, yeah, what are you grateful for? Let's say that you're grateful for that snake went away, for example, or that you managed to get the spider out of your house, or that you survived the plane ride, or whatever it is, really, right? And remind yourself that your anxiety is a storehouse of wisdom. There is a lesson there. Alright, so yeah. Tips number 4 says that we're going to exercise. Yeah, get some fresh air too, I would add. Go for a walk. Do something else. Like, walk yourself out of your bad mood or your fear, right? Number 5 is that use humor to deflate your worst fears. Well, not always you can do that, hey, but it's a good thing to try it. Yeah. And number 6, and the last one here, is appreciate your courage. Yeah. So, all right, let's see. I'm going to read something out for you. The definition of love and fear in this context, that love is the feeling of unconditionally deep and intense affection, passion, or affinity. So not only the romantic love, but the love inside of yourself. Love for the world and for people. And for animals, I would add. The connection with your heart and spirit. Belief in the good, trust, compassion, happiness, joy, belonging, acceptance, gratitude, and etc. etc. So, fear, false evidence appearing real. The feeling of aversion that arises from the belief that something or someone will cause us harm or pain, or is somehow dangerous to us. So not only being scared walking alone in the street at night, but more about essential fear, fear of success. Yeah, fear of being judged, fear of being alone and being abandoned, fear of the unknown, grief, guilt, shame, apathy, anger. Yeah, you get the point. So, but love and fear cannot exist at the same time. Yes, that's true. It cannot exist at the same time, love and fear. If you feel trust or empathy for someone, you're not scared. If you feel gratitude, you are fearless. That's great to know. If you feel you belong, you do not have any fear. If you are ashamed, feel abandoned or guilty, you are not in the state of love. Okay? And here is a thing to think about. What are you actually afraid of? What makes you have this anxiety? What kind of fear do you have? Because I have many. And now I'll tell you a few stories here. Fear of snake is one of the fears that I have. Okay, and I would also say and add that I'm also having fear of spiders. Now I live in Norway, so I don't actually have so many snakes and spiders, but we have them. We do have them, okay? We don't have the big spiders like your hand size or even worse, no, but we have them. But the snakes, yeah, we have 4 snakes in Norway, where one of them is actually a lizard losing its leg, so but it looks like a snake. And then we have one that is poison, the viper snake. And the viper snake often we find in the forest where I'm walking, right? So yeah, I met one in the mountains this summer. It gave me I was frightened for sure, but I did stop and look at it now and film it and stuff. The other fear I actually do have is afraid of heights, but I have actually been working on it from inside and out, and I have found out that it's not actually the fear of the heights that I actually have. It's actually afraid of falling and hurting myself. And oh, I see all the birds coming. And that is what I'm afraid of, the hurt, that I'm going to be hurt, that I'm going to slip and fall, especially in the mountains, because every year I am in the mountains and walking around. So yeah, so it's yeah, but you see, fear, we can work with it. And I also want to say that right now the world is in a terrible place in a way, because we have this coronavirus and there's no getting around it because it's here. And I live in Norway, which is in the Scandinavian countries, but whole Europe is red at the moment. That means that there's lots of corona cases around in Europe. And Oslo, the city that I am living in, the capital of Norway, is also red. And we used to be able to like travel to Sweden, for example, to go shopping and stuff like that, but we can't anymore because they also are red and they have closed. So, but we are allowed to travel around in Norway, by the way. We're not closed off in that way. I think we should have been closed off in Oslo anyway, but you know. So, back to these fears that I had, and the fears I'm talking about here today, about being fear of snakes and heights and stuff like that. You see, we are actually only born with two fears. Okay? Not many people know this, but we are actually born, physically born with two fears. And that is falling is one of them, and loud noises is the second one. So falling and loud noises is the two fears we are actually born with. All other fears are learned or influenced by our environments and the cultures, and from other people, I guess, too. So, and now I will come with 6 steps to overcome fear and anxiety. Okay? Step number 1 is to learn more about your fear. The first step can be the hardest one. It always is, isn't it? But it's absolutely necessary. Okay? Step 2 is to use your imagination in positive ways. Step 3 is to use your brain in a different way than usual. Okay, step number 4 is to focus on your breathing, because we can do the belly breathing, the diaphragm breathing, meaning you breathe in through your nose all the way down to your belly, your stomach area, and all the way up again, and you can blow it out through your mouth. And step number 5 is to practice mindfulness. Now, mindfulness can be a lot of things. It can be mindful eating, mindful walking, mindful doing. So when you are, for example, sitting in the forest and you listen to the birds and you see the wind in the trees, then you're being mindful, for one thing. But it's a lot of things to be mindful. Step number 6 is to use nature as your therapist. Now, to be in nature, and I was in a long walk yesterday in nature, and it's autumn, fall time here, and it's amazing to walk. And I was in a place where there were lots of old, huge trees. I mean, we're talking about trees that were probably 300 to 500 years old, and you could really see it. Humongous trees. And now all the leaves are of course falling off, so you're walking around with leaves around your feet all the time. And the sun was shining, the sky was blue, and we were also down by the sea, so I could smell the salty air. Now I was in my paradise, you know, and you forget your worries, you know, because you really do. If you take in the nature around you, all the other things, the fear, everything goes away. You are in love, and you can't have fear and love, remember, at the same time. So if you enjoy being in that nature, you have no fear. So now you know a bit more about how to deal with fears and what to do. But remember, you can also turn your fear into love. And here is how you can start doing that. Number 1, you can start your day with love. Spend time each morning with yourself in quiet prayer, devotion, or in meditation, or at least being mindful, okay? And number 2 is listen with love. The fight and flight mood instinct is strong in all of us, okay? So listen with love. Number 3 is be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, to be honest. Number 4, practice radical surrender and acceptance. And number 5, on how you can start your day with love, how you can turn fear into love. Number 5 is develop your power of empathy. The empathy with people, with situations, with And remember this. The opposite of love is not hate. It is fear. Alright? So, there are 2 basic motivations forces. Fear and love. When we are afraid, we pull back from life. When we are in love, we open to all that life has to offer with passion, excitement, and acceptance. Evolution and all hopes for a better world rest in the fearlessness and open-hearted vision of people who embrace life. This was said by John Lennon. Now, so we see that we shouldn't fear the fear, so to speak. So, and I understand that with all this COVID-19, this coronavirus, lots and lots of people have fear these days. But I would urge you to go inside with yourself. Not go inside of your house, we already are inside of our house, but go inside yourself. Go inside with yourself and find the love that is in there, because it is. And get it out. Get that love out. Okay? And take your time, since we now anyway can't embrace each other, we can't hug, we can't, shake hands and stuff like that. So give yourself a hug. Hug yourself. Give yourself some love. And do something that you really love to do. Because now we have the time for it. So pick up that book that you always wanted to read. See that TV program or that TV series that you always wanted to see. Do it, because now is the time. Do it with love. Do it because you can, okay? Okay, I want to finish it all off with a few quotes. And turn your demons into art, your shadows into a friend, your fear into fuel, your failures into teachers, your weakness into reasons to keep fighting. Don't waste your pain. Recycle your heart. And we have fear versus love. Okay, fear destroys, but love builds. Fear exposes, and love covers. Fear screams, love whispers. Fear attacks, love protects. Fear doubts, love believes. Fear judges, love accepts. Fear wounds, and love heals. So I want to just, because we're talking about fear and love today. So love looks like compassion, empathy, helping, supporting, caring, coming together, connection, human as one, hope. But then fear looks like blame, anxiety, worry, panic, hate, anger, disconnect, us versus them, right? And hopelessness. And I will read them all again, but now I'll take the love first and the fear after. So compassion and blame, empathy, anxiety, helping, worry, supporting, panic, caring, hate, coming together, anger, connection, disconnection, humanity as one, us versus them, and hope and hopelessness. Love is actually what we are born with. We all have this love inside of us. Fear is what we learn here. Marianne Williamson said that one. Okay, that is all I had for you today. So I want to say that go with love and don't let the fear take you, because we are going to go through all of this. We're going to learn from this, and I am talking about the COVID-19 right now, and we are going to get through this, all of us, but we need to respect and love each other through this. So don't let the fear start you to hate and be angry and all of these other horrible things. So sit down and meditate, be mindful, love, have empathy, have sympathy, and help people when you can. So go with love, my friends, and I'll be seeing you again, of course. Please take care, wash your hands, smile to strangers, because not everyone has that beautiful smile. So if you have one, give one to another person who doesn't have it. Okay? So if you smile, the world will smile, hopefully. So anyway, take care. Be you. And that is not selfish at all. Bye. Take care.